Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. We've reached the letter O in the A to Z of scamming failures. This wasn't easy, I can tell you. And so, welcome to this collection of oafs, outsiders and oddballs. These would like to start you off by introducing you to Randy Pewterboff, or Pewterbow, or I don't know how you pronounce it. How are you? Where are you from, if I may ask? I'm fine, thanks. What do you want to know? Okay. I want to know more about you. I live in Fordyce, Arkansas. I live in Guildford, Surrey. Okay, nice to meet you. And in reply to him saying he lived in Fordyce, she said, I've never heard of that. Is it a big city? It's a big city, he said. I'll show you Fordyce. It has a population of around 3,225. What are your plans for today? I thought it might be, said Denise in reply to him saying it's a big city, jogging backwards into town to do my shopping, then stealing a scooter to ride back home. What are your plans? I'm doing some laundry, and I'll soon go watch some match. What places have you been to before? Sainsbury's, Marks and Spencer, the post office. That's nice places you've been to, replied our man. I've been to Italy, Germany, Philippines. And if you were watching the screen there, you'll see that Denise has just been put in jail for 7 days. And when you get to the end of this video, you might see why. That took Facebook a while, a good 10 minutes. What do you like? And what you hate most, he asked. I like a man that can have an interesting grammatical conversation. I hate a man that doesn't read what I type. What do you like and hate? Real likes and hates, please. I dislike lies, etc. doesn't count. No one likes those. Real things that you personally like and hate. And I bet you don't read this. Yes, he said, in reply to her saying that she disliked a man that doesn't read what I type. I also hate it also, and I like a peaceful conversation. You also hate a man that doesn't read what I type. To which our man replied, I'm an honest man and a faithful man. I hate liars, and I like listening to music. I said that disliking and liars, she said, quoting his spelling, doesn't count. So you didn't read what I said. So that, she said, in reply to him saying that he also disliked people that didn't read what she said, was a lie. What's the meaning of this? If you read what I typed, you'd know, especially as you agreed that you also hate a man that doesn't read what I type. Yes, I agree, but if it's a reasonable conversation, I'm a serious man and I like everything about you. I will like to get to know you more. Awesome. So you did read what I said. And you know that saying you dislike liars doesn't count. How old are you, if I may ask? You may not ask until you tell me your real dislikes. Oh, I hate liars and unfaithful partner. So you admit you didn't read what I said. And this was definitely not true, she said, again in reply to him saying he also hated people that didn't read what she'd said. You aren't doing very well, are you? At least read what I'm typing. You're not making me happy anymore. You don't seem to be able to read anymore. I'm old, you don't get it. Oh, you mean your dementia's so bad that you can't read and understand? Goodbye. I asked you about your age, you didn't reply. Because you haven't told me your real dislikes yet. I'm not answering any more questions until you read what I said and give me a proper answer. Assuming you can read well enough to understand what I said. I've told you what I hate and don't like. No, you have not. I asked for your real hates, but you clearly don't read properly, and you obviously didn't read or understand what I typed. It's very disrespectful to agree that you also hate a man that doesn't read what I say, and then prove that you are actually one of those very men that doesn't read. Copying and pasting where he'd said, yes, I also hate it also. So I'll give you one more chance to tell me a real, genuine hate. You seems like a stupid human being. Why are you asking me those questions? You don't even know me. I'll take that to mean that you didn't read what I said and you won't tell me a real hate. It's one question that you refuse to answer. I'll block you. Good plan. Bye-bye, baby failed scammer. At which point he blocked her, then unblocked her, and rather randomly sent her a photo. Oh, changed your mind, said Denise. So are you going to read what I said and tell me a real hate? Or are you just going to continue acting like a baby idiot? Okay, I was talking to my son. Are you on WhatsApp? No, you weren't. You blocked me. Why have you sent me another friend request? Because he had. And you have one last chance to tell me a real hate. Otherwise, I'll be the one blocking you. One more opportunity to show me that you read and understand what I said. and will tell me a real hate. You asked me about what I hate, and I told you I hate liars, dishonest person. I love people giving me respect. I hate too much question, because I've already answered you. You've not answered, because despite agreeing with me that you hate a man that doesn't read what I type, you never read it. I'll copy and paste what I said, so you have one more opportunity to read and understand it. That's assuming you can read, and are capable of understanding. So she screenshotted it, and circled, and I bet you don't read this. I was right, because obviously you didn't read it. Okay. That isn't an answer. You have one final chance to show me that you're capable of reading and understanding. Please tell me a real hate. Last chance. I hate being interrogated, and you're even telling me my last chance. Goodbye. You're about to be blocked and reported if you don't give me a sensible answer. Oh, and you have a count of 10 to do it. You aren't being interrogated. It was one question that you refused to answer. She got down to 0, said bye-bye, baby failed scammer, and reported and blocked him. And about 10 minutes later, she was jailed for 7 days. You can decide if it was worth it. Then came along that infamous Facebook user. I don't recall what his name was. Hi, he said. Hello. How's your day going so far? I hope you're doing okay. I'm fine, thanks. That's nice. I'm originally from Florida, still in Panama City. So can I know more about your likes and dislikes so I don't say anything to offend you whilst we chat? You've shot yourself in the foot and failed at the first hurdle, pal. When you say still in Panama City, was I supposed to know you're there? I like a man that can have an interesting intellectual conversation. I dislike a man who ignores what I type and has to be asked simple questions several times. What are your likes and dislikes? Real likes and dislikes, please. I dislike liars, doesn't count. No one likes them. I dislike cheaters, and I love working and loving playing with my son with little time I have. When you say still in Panama City, was I supposed to know you're there? Remember, I dislike a man who ignores what I type and has to be asked simple questions several times. Okay. Can I see your recent picture? Denise, of course, repeated herself. Okay. Send me your pictures. Please learn to read, said Denise, who repeated herself. I won't say it again. I'll block you for being an illiterate idiot. To which our man replied, Your full life. What? Said Denise. Why are you insulting me? Weren't you answering my question? Said Denise, and repeated herself. Final chance to answer that simple question. Use it wisely. And when nothing happened, she said goodbye and blocked him, and then his fake account was removed. Andrews William tripped over and fell at the very first hurdle when he contacted Cassandra. Hello, beauty. Hello, flatterer. LOL, I'm not a flatterer. Okay, if you say so. I just said the truth. You're beautiful. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. So sorry for intruding your privacy. It's so unusual of me. You look adorable. I couldn't hold myself back from sending you a DM. Oh, yeah, right, I believe you. Thank you. Sorry. Where are you from? LIE? Oh, nice work, pal. You admit you're just a brainless Nigerian scamming idiot. Goodbye. LOL, no, you're Papa, he said, as Cassandra was blocking him. Frederick Jameson definitely needs to work on his act if he's going to make a success of scamming. He contacted Persephone. Hello, pretty. Good morning. Hey, dear. It's noon here in Texas now. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good time today. I am, thanks, and I'm in England. Oh, that's great. I'm in Texas. How's your day going, hun? I'm not your hun, I don't even know you. Sorry, my bad. I'm just too free with everyone on here. I'm 51 years of age. About you? I'm 56. Okay, that's great. What do you do for work? He said, sending a photograph of a man. I don't work. My divorce settlement supports me. Okay, that's great. I'm single here. Do you have any kids? Is that's great your answer to everything? If I told you I have 2 left feet and no arms, would you say that's great? I have 2 adult daughters. Please think of a proper mature reply. Our man thought about it and replied to her saying, if I told you I have 2 left feet and no arms, he said, then how are you typing? OK, good morning. Learn to read, please. Oh, no, dear, so sorry. Just got up from bed. My brain was still processing. It still is, pal, it still is. I guess it was. Yeah, so how's your day going? How are the kids getting along? Pardon, did you mean to send that to someone else? No, for you. You're the only one I talk to on here. I don't have small children. I know, but aren't they still your kids? Could I get to see a picture of you, please? If you're looking at the screen, you'll see, says the man who doesn't have a profile photo on his account. My picture's right here on Facebook, unlike yours. Yeah, I'm not used to here, so I don't know how to add my photo. Good morning. I don't believe you. If you say so. I'm not familiar on here, only on Signal, so what did you have for breakfast? Grow up. I still don't believe you. OK, if you say so. I'm not used to here. Why don't you understand? I'm used to Signal and TikTok. Why don't you understand that having a proper mature conversation is the same on every platform? If you're incapable of having a proper conversation, you shouldn't have contacted me on Facebook, and you can go away and talk to someone on Signal. OK, I'm so sorry. How matured could one be? Not bad, if I learn from you. Is it? Said our 51-year-old. You're 51. Are you seriously, honestly telling me you're incapable of conversation and need to learn how to talk properly? You sound like a 5-year-old small boy. Either grow up and talk like a mature adult or go away. You only have one chance. Try 51 instead of 5, she said in reply to him saying how matured could one be. Our man launched into a tirade that got himself blocked. Oh! Are you insulting me or what? OK, let's have a responsible conversation. I bet you're also like me, haven't married because you're ugly to them. I just want to go straight to the point and let you know that I'm in love with you. Even if we haven't talked properly, I would like to put a ring on your finger. I bet your lover also divorced you same as me, said the man who just said he wasn't married. I beg your pardon, replied Persephone. You're either drunk or stoned. Goodbye, you're blocked. And she blocked him, and for once she reported him. Benson M. didn't last very long when he was talking to Persephone. Hello, Gazer, how you doing? Hello, M. I'm fine, thanks. Do you usually come here on Facebook? He said, the obvious question that you'd ask somebody you've just met on Facebook. What, do I know you? Don't think so. Then I don't understand your question. What I do know, if we don't come across strangers, we won't make better friends. I would love to explore more with you, if you don't mind. I wish I understood you. Do you speak English? Understand English? What do you think? Don't be rude. No, it's normal. English might not be your first language, is normal. It clearly isn't yours. What language do you understand the most? I speak English, unlike you, because I am English, unlike you. Is my English bad? Now please tell me what that meant, she said, quoting, do you usually come here on Facebook? And in reply to him saying, is my English bad? She said, not bad for someone from Nigeria, which we both know is where you are. To which our man replied, LIE, thus giving the game away. See, I was right. You've given the game away, pal. Detective Goat, he tried. Not difficult when you start with a daft question that only a brain-dead idiot from Nigeria would ask. Now go and annoy someone else. Goodbye. You alone understand what you're saying. You have your own problem. Your English is good enough to understand what I said, especially given that you admit it. Goodbye. You're dumb, he said. And then Persephone blocked him. Then two of my girls encountered Carey Scott. First up was Layla. Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. Do I know you? No, you don't know me. With time, we're going to know each other's better. Are we? Why? Hope I'm not bothering you. Random question. Are you just a time waster? No, dear. Why do you ask such? What do you think? Just want to know you. If there is no problem with that. I've no idea. All you've done so far is make random remarks. I was born in Spain, but now working in Ukraine as an orthopaedic surgeon. What about yours? What? Is this a game where we just type random statements? I'm sure I can think of something. I went to Aldi, but I usually go to Morrison's. Where are you from? I live in Malvern. Where's it located? It's in England. Wow! That's nice. Is it? Why? Please, just want to be certain I'm not bothering you. How's that an answer? Oh, you really? I'm Carrie Scott, just here on Facebook. Is there a problem? Yes, I can read your name. Yes, she said, in reply to him saying, is there a problem? Your weird behaviour. Why don't you have a Spanish name? Oh, if you want to know, that's not sla problem. I'm sorry if that hurts you. Thou? Now you're just typing nonsense. Are you drunk? Sorry, it's my keyboard. I'm not good in English. Why don't you have a Spanish name? My Spanish name is Carlos. And your Spanish surname? Diego. So why did you change your name if you aren't good in English? Are you telling me more nonsense? No, it more better to know me as Carey. I'm now a citizen in where I live. Stop all this, just here to make friends with you. If you don't want to, let me know. I don't have time for all this ruined manners of yours. How rude. You're a very unpleasant young man, aren't you? Goodbye. I think I should block you. That's what my children tell me to do. And so she blocked him. But he'd also decided. He fancies a chat with Denise. Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. Nice to hear that. Hope I'm not bothering you. Not yet. OK, thanks. My name is Carrie Scott. Yeah, I can see that. What's your name, if I may ask? Oh, great, you can't read. Goodbye. Oh, sorry for that. I didn't mean to, hun. Where are you from? I live in England, Guildford. Wow! Nice place. I'm from Ukraine. You know it, she said, in reply to him saying, wow, Guildford was a nice place. Or you're just pretending to know it? Yes, because I do see the beautiful country on the net. So you don't know Guildford. Why isn't your name Ukrainian? I'm not a citizen of Ukraine. I went there for my work. Oh, OK. I've been working in Ukraine for 23 years. That's a long time. Where are you in Ukraine? I'm an orthopaedic surgeon. What about you? I'm retired. I was an accountant and ran my own business. We did accounts for individuals and small businesses. Odessa, city in Ukraine. I'm originally from the USA, from the city of Washington. Oh, OK. What's Odessa like? Is it a very historic city? Wow! Your job was a nice job. How long have you been retired? It's one of the most freezing places in Ukraine. Google tells me that this is the average temperatures in Ukraine. I don't think it's one of the most freezing places. I looked on the Met Office. It was -2 today as I'm making this video. The average high in July is 28 degrees centigrade. The average low in July is 18 degrees centigrade. And the average low in February is -3. I don't think that makes it one of the coldest places in Ukraine. In fact, let's Google that. A bit of Googling, which I won't bore you with, tells me it's probably one of the warmest places in Ukraine. Yeah, he said in reply to her, asking if it was a historic city. 10 years, she said, in reply to him, asking her how long she'd been retired. Oh dear, she said in reply to him, saying it was one of the most freezing places in Ukraine. And then he shot himself in the foot with that most ridiculous question that many scammers still ask. How do you cope to earn money and take care of yourself, hun? What? Replied Denise. You've been retired for 10 years now. How do you pay your bills? I realised you copied and pasted that. How on God's green earth do you think? You should have told him you were a bank robber, Denise. You're obviously not a mature man. No mature gentleman would ask such a ridiculously wimpled, brainless, twaddled question. Oh, sorry if it hurts. I was just curious and trying to know. And next time you copy such an idiotic, moronic question, please engage a brain cell and think before pasting it. My apologies. I didn't copy text. I actually do know how to type fast, because it's an iPhone I'm using. I suggest you find a more mature-sounding list of questions to ask. That had nothing to do with the speed at which you were typing. Stop making pathetic, childish, unbelievably ridiculous excuses. And if you're looking at the screen, you'll see that most of Denise's worst insults were screenshots. I'm doing that in the hope that Facebook can't read them, but I don't suppose it'll be long before it can. OK, it's fine. Sorry for that. I never mean to hurt anyone. I think it best I go away. I agree. Goodbye. Would love to know you more, thou. Go away. I have no desire to know anything about you. You're blocked, said Denise, and blocked him. James William wasn't trying very hard when he talked to Layla. "Hello, Layla, how are you? How's it going?" "Hello, James. Remind me how I know you, please. My old brain doesn't remember." "I'm flattered you're even trying to remember. I have forgotten, but it's really nice meeting you again. Let's get to know more about ourselves fresh." "What does I have forgotten mean, please? And if it's really nice meeting you again, then you haven't forgotten, have you? So please remind me, unless you're making up stories. I do hope you aren't lying to me." "Pardon my manners. May I know where you were originally from?" "You're right. I apologise for the vagueness. To be honest, we haven't actually met before." "So you told me a porky pie. You contacted a random lady and decided to lie." "I'll let you know I'm not that kind of person. A lot of people have been using my identity. My account was hacked by imposter." "Yes, you are that kind of person, because that's what you did." Our man thought he'd launch into his silly story. "I am currently from Denmark. My father is from Denmark, and my mother was a maiden from Colombia when she got married to my father. Though in conclusion, I was born and brought up in Colombia. We later relocated to the United States, Madison, Wisconsin, when I was 15 years old." "What on earth does my mother was a maiden from Colombia mean? You sound like a 15th century knight. Who are you really? As I don't know who you are, and you admit I don't know you, that's meaningless, and I don't care," she said, in reply to him saying a lot of people have been using his identity. "I was trying to say," he copied and pasted, "that my mum is from Colombia, the country. Guess I got a bit too creative with the wording. Where are you currently from?" "Currently? I'm from Malvern. In a previous life I was from Mars, and before that I was from South Mangalinia." And she added, for good measure, "You were supposed to remove the quotation marks before you pasted that, because if you're looking at the screen, the bit where he said I was trying to say that my mum is from Colombia was copied and pasted, and he hadn't removed the initial quotation marks. I must say, it was really nice meeting you, and my pleasure for talking to you today, honestly. Hope you don't mind getting to know each other better as good friends. Tell me, how big is your family?" "I have 2 children and 4 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. How big is your family?" And at this point, our man gave the game away, if he hadn't already. And if the person that you're talking to online starts telling you about their parents, their grandparents, and their brothers and sisters, then you know you're talking to a kid. A kid who has no idea how to talk like an adult and tell you about their own family, because, of course, kids only know about their parents and brothers and sisters. You're talking to a scammer. "Well, my dad and mum are deceased already," which is what a young person would say if they were bereaved at a young age. "I have uncles we're not in a good relationship with. I don't know the reason, but it all started from my father, and I can't question him. We're 3 childrens, 2 females. I'm the only male child, as well as the last born of my parents. My elder sister Karen died on heart disease cancer. The older one was Susie. Susie had a motor vehicle accident that led to her death after spending a couple of days in the hospital. She couldn't survive it. You can see life seems so worthless and meaningless to me. Death has taken all my family from me." "Oh, so you're just a kid. How old are you really? If you say anything over 25, I'll know that's also not true, because you're telling me about your parents like a kid, not telling me about your own family like a mature man, especially as you say your parents are deceased already, which is a giveaway you're a young man and have been bereaved at a young age." "Fair point. I apologise for that, you're right. I should be talking about my own life, not my parents." "No, you should be telling me how old you really are. I assume that's your father in the photo." "I always celebrate my birthday, December the 3rd of every year. I'm now 60 years old. Guess what? I'll become 61 years old on my next birthday." "Don't be so daft. We've already agreed you're no older than 25, and just FYI, 61 usually follows 60. "Age, of course, is an issues of mind over matters. If you never mind, it doesn't matters at all. All that matters is the trust and love level for each other and how committed we are." "Stop it. How old are you really? As in genuinely, honestly, I can't lie to you, really are. If you say anything over 25, I'll know you're still telling me untruths. Can I have your picture?" "We aren't committed and I don't trust you at all. My picture's on here, unlike yours. Now please answer my question. How old are you really? As in genuinely, honestly, I can't lie to you, really are. If you say anything over 25, I'll know you're still telling me untruths. And if you don't answer, you'll be blocked. What do you want from me? An answer to a simple question. How old are you really? As in genuinely, honestly, I can't lie to you, really are. Or are you just a brainless Nigerian scamming idiot? Let's talk on Telegram. Go away. Our man swore at Layla. I assume that means you admit you are just a brainless Nigerian scamming idiot. And she tried typing grow up and go back to school. But if you're looking at the screen, you'll see our man conceded defeat and blocked her. Serafina doesn't get very many friend requests. And when she did, she got confused because I had Denise on the go at the same time. You'll spot the join. And so James Newton did fancy a chat with Serafina. Hello, Serafina, how are you doing today? Where are you from, if I may ask? Hello, I live in Glastonbury in Somerset. Where are you? I live in Los Angeles, California, but presently working in New York. Are you married with kids? I'm separated with an adult daughter. OK, well, I lost my wife during the COVID-19 period, but I have a daughter. Her name is Stephanie, and she's all I have. I'm sorry about that, he said, in reply to her saying she was separated with an adult daughter. Sorry that I have an adult daughter. I'm not. OK, how long have you been single? We split up 6 years ago. What do you do in New York? I'm sorry about that. I'm a marine engineering, but I'm working presently in New York, and I'll be retiring very soon. And then that ridiculous question. What do you do to overcome family expenses? Yes, what do you do? Not your job title, what do you actually do? And then, in reply to him saying, what do you do to overcome family expenses? Serafina turned into Denise and said, WTAF? Are you kidding me? I'm a marine engineering, working in the sea. I mean, what do you do for a living? What do you do? And you're in New York, remember? Now you've decided you're in the sea. Do make up your mind. A marine engineering what? A marine engineering apprentice? A marine engineering marvel? A marine engineering faker? I'm retired, she said, because I had Denise on the go. I was an accountant and ran my own small business with my late husband. We did accounts for small businesses and individuals. Now please tell me properly, like a mature gentleman, what you really do. Full description, not just your job title, and where you really are. And you only have one more chance to do that before you're blocked. I'm currently working in Yemen right now as a contractor engineer, said our man, who was in New York at sea. I work under the government of America as a contractor engineer in Yemen. We deal on bridge and rigs construction. What's your job all about? I told you in detail exactly what we did. No, she said, I specifically said full description, not just your job title. What are you doing in your current job? We build bridges and rigs construction here in the camp. What time is it there now? Which camp? It's 9:45 in the morning. I'm in a camp right now in Yemen. Why are you building bridges and rigs in a camp? So what are you doing at the moment? Talking to you and waiting for you to answer me. We don't build in the camp, we rest in the camp. So she copied where he'd said, we build bridges and rigs construction here in the camp. Your mate thinks you do. We construct in Yemen, not in the camp. And which of those are you personally doing now? Who do you work for? And why are you in a camp? Why don't you stay in a hotel? We build bridges and construct rigs in Yemen. Which of those are you doing now? Because there isn't a hotel here in Yemen, he said. Who do you work for? And why are you in a camp? Why don't you stay in a hotel? Don't be ridiculous, she said, in reply to him saying there's no hotel. It's very dangerous over here in Yemen. I work under the government of America as a contractor engineer in Yemen. Why are you building rigs? And which of those are you personally working on right now? Or did your mate say the wrong thing, and you were really supposed to tell me you were on a peacekeeping mission? You're just a pair of fortuitous Fraggle Parps, aren't you? With many thanks to one of my viewers who typed that in the comments under a video. Don't get me wrong, I have to get back to work. I'm not getting you wrong. You're telling me such ridiculous stories that it's you that's wrong. Even a brain-dead Nigerian scammer like yourself must know how unbelievable you sound. Goodbye, she said, and blocked him. And finally, for this collection of ridiculousness. Celia, we'd like to introduce you to Cereal's greatness. You might know immediately who he's meant to be. I didn't. I had to look him up. Hey! Ho, replied Celia. How you doing? I'm fine, thanks. May I ask who you are, please? Am greatness? If you say so, replied Celia. I didn't ask your name. I can read that. Who are you? I'm an actice. I do give away blessings to my lovely fans all over the world. Do you follow my movement? And if you haven't worked it out, it's someone called the real greatness. Don't ask me what he does. I have no idea. I have no idea what an actice even is. Please explain. How would I do that? She said in reply to him saying, do you follow my movement? Have you been fitted with a tracker device? So he sent a video.
Hey, my bro. Sir, how you doing? How you doing? God bless you today, my brother? Yeah. Yeah? You know who I am, huh? Getting blessed by the streets today. Thank you so much, man. You took his blessing. I see, man. Thank you so much, man. God bless.
So apparently the answer to who is he is that he wanders around the streets, followed by 3 men in hoodies and camo pants and a team of photographers, so he can make TikTok videos. I do give away blessings to my lovely fans all over the world. Much love. Are you able to read? Asked Celia. Do you follow the greatness movement? Are you able to read? I assume you aren't. That's a shame. Please come again. What did you mean, my friend? And so she copied and pasted. I have no idea what an actice even is. Please explain. Hopefully you can read it this time. I have heard a few cases of my fans being ripped off their money and property by some fake accounts acting and posting as me on here, in which is one of main reason why I set up this account to reach out to my fans to inform you to be careful and 100% aware when meeting people on here, because I've made a few refunds to those who were victims of this dirty scam and implore you to be careful, as the greatness movement is all about giving much love. Your inability to read basic English is alarming, said Celia. To aid, I'll paste 3 times. So she did. I have no idea what an actice even is. Please explain. Adding underneath, hopefully that'll help with understanding. If you're still unable to answer, I'll assume you're a brain-dead kid from Nigeria. A man swore at Celia. It's a disappointment to me for these days you can't trust anyone. For how will I get you the manager work of my company, what I was hoping on entrusting you for? You ain't open-minded, and you pretty much lie, which it get hurt for. If you should know what's about coming your way would help you out. Stay blessed, have a nice time. Let's try one final time, said Celia. Pasting again. I have no idea what an actice even is. Please explain. I pasted it 6 times, she said, in the hope you can manage to read one of them. I can paste it again if it helps. Indeed, she said, in reply to him swearing. Fancy not being able to answer that simple question. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Our man sent us thumbs up, and Celia said goodbye, and he disappeared. I hope you enjoyed this collection of oafs, outsiders and oddballs. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.